Hey there, Dynamite fans. Come join us here at The Experience this Monday, February 6th at 6 p.m. Eastern. It's our usual time. We're going to have all your favorites, whether it's CCAs or Marvel books, Dynamite, doesn't matter. It's going to be a good time regardless. So come join us. Remember, it's Monday, February 6th, 6 p.m. Eastern. Only right here on The Experience, YouTube. Don't forget. Okay? See you then.
Welcome to Pop Culture Philosophers. I'm Rockin Robbie Live!
Hey, what is up, everybody? Welcome to Pop Culture Philosophers. In fact, welcome to Rockin Robbie Live, here live on a Sunday night. I am, of course, your host, Rockin Robbie Bills. How is everybody doing? Welcome to the most hip, happening place to be on YouTube, especially in the comic community, on Sunday night. How is everybody doing? I'm super pumped to be here tonight. We got a great show planned. I hope you had a great weekend. My weekend was absolutely fantastic. Spent the day shopping, spent yesterday at work, had a great time on Dylan's horror show, had a great Friday, a great Thursday, a great Wednesday, and Tuesday. I hope everybody had as good of a week as I did, because it was probably one of the best weeks in my life. And let me tell you something, I'm super excited to be here tonight to cap it all off with interacting with you, the PCP Army, the excitable ones. That's what we are. That's what we're here to do. We're here to talk about comics, movies, pop culture, and a whole lot more. Tonight, we'll be doing the DC sneak peek. DC Comics is releasing comics this week, believe it or not. I've read them, and I'm going to let you know what I thought about them. And then we've got Marvel in the 90s, the second chapter of Extinction Agenda is what we're covering tonight. And of course, we got to visit Dat-Man Batman, where we're talking about The Last Laugh, which is episode 4, I believe, in production order on Batman, the animated series. And we're also going to be revealing the entire March Madness lineup. The entire March Madness lineup, right? That means PCP Movie Night and Dylan's Horror Show, PCP DHS, combining forces for 1 month of just nothing but horror movie reviews about madness, and I'm super excited for that reveal. A little bit of show and tell, all that and some surprises. However, even though we have a plan, grandiose some may say, this show is driven, fueled, if you will, by your questions, your thoughts, your comments, and your concerns. So what do you want to talk about? Get it in the chat right now, and when you show up, throw out a station, maybe even a pop, pop, boom, or whatever you do once you step into the room. What's coming up here at PCP? Well, first of all, I do want to say PCP mystery boxes are available again this week. We got 10 available for this week. They're $30. That includes shipping. They're going to have an assortment, a curated assortment of comic books curated by me. What else? Like trading cards, like vintage trading cards, usually Bill and Ted. Batman, Turtles, stuff like that. Stuff I got plenty of. And it's always a fun time putting together a mystery box. If you want to support the channel and get something in return, you can email us at popculturephilosophers@gmail.com and get yourself a mystery box. Tomorrow night, after the show over at The Experience, join us for PCP Movie Night inside Llewyn Davis. How in the hell can we top tackling one of the most important films in the history of 20th century cinema, Surf Ninjas? Well, we do it with one of my favorite Coen Brothers films, inside Llewyn Davis. That's tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Central Time. But before that, join Scarpad over at Scarpad Sci-Fi Sojourns as they talk about Mars attacks. And then this upcoming Saturday, we're talking about blood-sucking freaks on Dylan's Horror Show. I do want to say you can follow me on Twitter at Rockin Robbie. You should join the PCP Army. That's the official Pop Culture Philosophers Facebook group. Also, you can follow Pop Culture Philosophers on Facebook and on Instagram. You can claim $15 in Whatnot credit at whatnot.com/invite/TheRockinRobbie. You can get 10% off at dynamicforces.com with code Robbie. You can support the channel with the super chat or over at patreon.com/PCP. Those are our PCP patrons right there. Thank you all for the support. But all the support we need is a like, a share, a subscribe, and a participant in tonight's conversation. You can find podcasts and more over at popculturephilosophers.com. Speaking of super chats, we do have some super chat goals tonight. So, this is... hold on, let me make sure I got this. All right, we hit $10 in super chats tonight. We're opening up the Bride of Frankenstein April O'Neil figure from NECA. That's $10 in super chats. We open that up. $25 in super chats. We open up this Eternian Palace Guard from Masters of the Universe Origins. $50 in super chats tonight. We open up this Sun God Masters of the Universe Origins triple pack with Pighead, Sunman, and Space Sumo. If we hit 75 in super chats tonight, we're opening up this X-Men Uncanny or Ultimate Expanse. It's an X-Men Transformer mashup. And if we hit 100 in super chats tonight, we're opening up this Transformers Siege War for Cybertron Seeker Trilogy Pack, which has Acid Storm, Ion Storm, and what's the other one? It's Nova Storm. Yeah, there you go. So those are the super chat goals tonight, if you feel so inclined. How is everybody doing? Let's see what everybody's doing up in the chat. GT Key Comic, first up in the building. How you doing, Station? Ouroboros Snake is in the house, Station. Evil Face Bad, Station Dudes. Todd is in the house, Station. Manic Movie Lovers, hey guys, how you doing, Manic? Tacky is in the house, what is up, my man? Evil Face Bad says we should start the show without him. Please do. That's why I love you guys gathering here to pregame, basically, to tailgate before Rockin Robbie Live. Taki, what was your pick of the week? What was your pick of the week? That's a good question, Taki. What was your favorite comic that you read last week? It was a light week, but mine was Where Monsters Lie. I really did like that book. Ouroboros says, I'd commend anyone who could match Robbie's charisma. Brah! Thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. Hey, OUG is in the house. What is up? John Stout. Nova 69, dude. What's up with you? Hey, we got Brother Joe in the house. The real American hero. Mike, how you doing? Hey, Damien, Sleepy Reader 666, Station Carbon-Based Bipeds. Hell yeah. Good to see you, Damien. How you doing? Our Ariaga's in the house, Station in Buenos Noches, everybody. Look at everybody just being happy to see each other. That's so awesome here on Sunday nights. We got a great community here. Thank you for being a part of it. Thank you for helping build this community built around wanting to be insightful, positive, and entertaining. Or entertained, I should say. Hey, we got Two Gun Pedro in the house. Pew pew. I know he's excited for the PCP March Madness lineup. PCP DHS March Madness, I guess I should say. I know you already know the DHS lineup. I don't know if you know our lineup at PCP. I know you know the DHS lineup because one of them is a movie from you. So there you go. Hey, we got Kenneth in the house. What is up? Hey, hamburger basket. Hamburger. I would like to buy hamburger. Hamburger. Good evening. How you doing? What's up, Afro X? Legendary Station, you, my friend. CTA Frank, where's the hat? No hat. Trying to wear the hat less. It's been suggested to me, try to wear the hat less because at my age, I should really, really show off my luscious head of hair. I thought the hair was too short, but I'm letting it grow out just a little bit more. Strickland said he could give me a fade. Then I told him he was welcome to give me a fade. Then he gets nervous, afraid and scared to fuck my head up. So I was like, bruh, you can give me a fade. I'm going to do it myself. You just wait and see. I used to give myself haircuts. I did it back in the early days of PCP. I didn't wear a hat a lot. You know, it always it throws people off when I don't wear a hat. But there have been plenty of big chunks of my life where I didn't wear hats all the time. Ariaga says, I think it's the first time I've ever seen Robbie without a baseball cap. Pop, pop, boom. What's up, Interfacer? Evil's getting kicking back with a beer and got one rolled and ready to smoke. Hell, it sounds like you're right on the level, brother. That's Sunday night to me, man. That's awesome. Hell yeah. Hey, Larry, how you doing? OUG says the boyfriend and I went to check out comic shops and the place we are moving to in Indianapolis yesterday. Bought some comics. It was lovely. Hell yeah. It's always nice. Like if you're moving to a new place, got to make sure you got a good comic shop around you. You know what I'm saying? Just got to make sure. Otherwise, you're fucked, you know. I did say more horror, Evil, and of course, yeah, 100%. There's always horror here. Every week is Horror Fest with Dylan's Horror Show for sure. PJ, what is up? What's up, Billy? OUG says, I joined the PCP group on Facebook. Good fun. Glad you're having fun so far. I haven't been very active on it this week, but I'll try to be more active on it this week. It's the most active I am on social media. Is the PCP Army. Honestly. Yeah. I probably want to start doing some more IG stuff, but we'll have to see. Best horror movie to watch stoned? I mean, any of them. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, my favorite horror movie is Suspiria. So I could go with that one. But a good one to watch in particular because you're stoned. Reanimator? There's some really exciting things about to be happening in PCP world, just so you know. Reanimator's a good one to watch stoned. Chopping Mall. Why am I just thinking of Barbara Crampton movies? From Beyond. The Castle Freak. I'm just thinking of why am I just thinking of Barbara Crampton movies? Return of the Living Dead. That's a good one. It's Suspiria for the visuals. It's nice. The music, if you want to get into it. If you want something funny and ridiculous, like I would go Reanimator. But if you just want something stupid, but that's also kind of fun and ridiculous, I'll go Chopping Mall. All three movies we've covered on PCP or DHS, just so everybody knows. Hey, we got Big Herm in the house. What is up? How you doing? Has RoboCop been reviewed by PCP? By the way, are the 2000s Frank Miller RoboCop books any good? I don't know. I never read them. I know that they came out like Avatar, I believe, but I never read them, so I can't tell you for sure whether or not they're good. I know that Frank Miller was the screenwriter of 2 and 3, I believe, but 3, studio interfered with that one. Actually ruined Frank Decker's career with that film, actually. The guy who did Night of the Creeps, and then Monster Squad, and then RoboCop 3, and fucked his career up with that one. Maybe Robert Rodriguez should have lent him a hand as well. Giving Robbie money to play with his toys, this is getting close to Pornhub. I'm 2 seconds away from an OnlyFans if that's what it's going to take. We got a lot of cons we want to get into. Including MegaCon. MegaCon's coming up quick. So any support really is appreciated. What's up, Helena? How are you? Where Monsters Lie was my fave as well. We're talking about picks of the week. Taki says Radiant Black. I dropped out of Radiant Black. Then I know a lot of people convinced me that I should have got back in it. And then a lot of, like half of those people that convinced me like a few months ago to get back into it don't read it anymore. So Taki, should I read it? It was your pick of the week, so you let me know. Oh, I hope you have a fantastic week, Big Herm. Station U, man. Picks of the week are Action Comics 1050 and Amazing Spider-Man 909. I am behind. It's okay, Hamburger, to be behind. Wear hat less, let the locks grow. There you go. Mike says, I snagged a copy of Where Monsters Lie. I haven't had the chance to read it yet. Well, I hope you enjoy it. A white Mr. T. I pity the fool that would think something like that. Perry, what is up? Perry, one of the stars of Batman. Perry, I need some more Batman clips. I got one left. And we're off next week because it's Super Bowl Sunday. But we'll be back the week after that. So, Perry, I just need some more of those. Yeah, I don't have the chains. I can't wear things on my neck. I just can't. I can't do it. I can't do it. Like, I can't do jewelry. I can't do lanyards. I just can't do things on my neck. Nah. Ironically, I don't like things that are loose around my neck, like shirts. I want my shirts and everything to be up on my neck to help protect my neck because I believed them when I was younger. Protect your neck. I believed that 100%. That's what I do. There's a war going on outside. No man is safe from. So what you gonna do since you know now? There's a war going on outside. It's impossible to stop. It's from the Blade soundtrack. I was thinking of vampires. Protect your neck. Whatever. I just love the way my brain just goes from fucking Creep Show was your pick of the week. I stopped reading Creep Show. That was the issue. I stopped reading. Annihilation is a great Stone movie. I've not seen Annihilation. Hey, what's up, AR? Station, doing well. I'm doing well, AR. Hope you're doing well with your Philadelphia Eagles getting ready for the Super Bowl next week. I hope, good luck, brother. Good luck. Goblin music killer. You're right, HB. Night of the Demons is a great one to watch, whether you're stoned or not. I love Night of the Demons. Anything with Linnea Quigley. Any Linnea Quigley movie. Honestly, especially some of the bad ones. Like, what's the one I just fucking watched? God damn it. What was it called? I just got it. It was like a lost film, shot on video. Blu-ray just came out. Can't remember. It starts with an H. It was not a good movie. But I liked it. So there you go. Hey, Reverse Amoeba in the house. Station. Empire Comics Station. Showgirls is a great horror movie to watch. Yeah, while stoned. Absolutely. PCP, OnlyFans, and TikTok. Perry, I can't do a TikTok. I could probably swing an OnlyFans, but that I don't know what that would be. But I think there's some other comic book YouTubers that are trying to take over that. TikTok, though, that seems like too much work, man. Like, I know they're all shorts and shit, but like, I think those shorts require more editing than I do on any of my videos. Perry is somebody, by the way, on TikTok, everybody, just so y'all know. Showgirls is a great sequel to Saved by the Bell. That's how you do a sequel. Yeah, I can vibe that. What's up, Cardstock? How you doing? Went to a con here in Iowa today and snagged a first appearance of Deathlock. First con I've been to in a long while. I hope you had fun. That's awesome. Oh, Raphael's in the house. Says Frank Miller wrote RoboCop vs. Terminator, drawn by Walt Simonson. That was good. I have those. I've never read those, but I have those. That sounds like a Dark Horse in the 90s, or was it maybe 80s? You gonna do something? Thank you. Carstock says Dahlia in the Dark has been fun. Yeah, Joe Corallo, part of the Excitable PCP crew. Hell yeah. Taki says, only Radiant Black. The other Supermassive books are just okay. You know, I love it when I get a new image number 1. I'm like, damn, man, I don't know if I want to add another to the stack. And I go, oh, this is a Massive Verse book. One less in the stack. Jelani, protect your neck. You know what I'm saying. Robbie in a turtleneck. I don't know if I could rock it, but I used to I used to wear them when I was younger, like middle school and shit. Anyone with like Kevlar around it? What's up, Steph? How you doing? I'm stoked for you, Alec. I am. I fucking detest the Philadelphia Eagles, but I'm happy for you. I'm not happy for Rex, but I'm happy for you. Ouroboros says, all Alex Garland is great until men in regards to Annihilation. See, I haven't read that one or watched that one. And I got a friend, my buddy. What's up, BG? He told me I need to watch Men because I think mostly he wants somebody to talk to about it. Saw you got rid of your OC. Not sure about the hire. Yeah, we got rid of Kellen Moore. I thought today would be very positive. Mike McCarthy's going to call plays. That's a bad fucking idea. That's a bad idea. That's a bad idea. That's a bad idea. Let me think about that again. That's a bad fucking idea. As a Cowboys fan, I'm really pissed. I think we need to all have a meeting and all show up at the stadium and be like, let's have a talk, Steven and Jerry. We got to have a talk about this. That's terrible. Anyway. Robbie, any concerns about James Gunn's new DC slate? That's a really good question, actually. Do I have concerns? No, it's surprising to me that so many people find it a lackluster. Like, not that I think most people are excited for it. They want to see what James Gunn's going to do. There are some people that think that the whole timeline, the whole plan is not really like super solid or very captivating or enthralling, right? I was surprised by some of the announcements. I was very surprised by some of the announcements. I really did anticipate them going back small and rebuilding, right? And being like, we're going to do a Superman movie, we're going to do a Batman movie, we're going to do a Wonder Woman movie, we're going to do a Green Lantern movie, we're going to do a Flash movie, after, we're going to see what happens after that. That's what I was expecting. And I was expecting a couple little things here and there. I was not expecting the idea that it's a soft reboot tied into Flash, even though I have been saying you can use the Flash to reboot everything. We said before, because me and Rex talk about this a lot on our Friday shows. We talked about it this Friday. And so if you want more of my fuller thoughts, when I'm completely sober during the day, check out that video me and Rex did on Friday. That being said, there's some surprising things to me here, but the more I thought about it, the more I realized that all of it involves other like different things from the DC universe kind of being thrown in. So, starting with Creature Commandos. That's weird. Okay, that's weird, not going to lie, but that seems like a fun project to check out. Superman Legacy. Yes, James Gunn doing a Superman movie, kind of inspired by All-Star Superman. I'm down for that. I'm 100% down for that. That's great. I think that's fantastic. I'm excited for casting news. I want to see who they cast. Nicholas Hoult is my number one choice right now. I'm really pulling for that dude. Still haven't watched The Menu, which has him in it. Need to watch The Menu. All right, so there's that. Then there is the Booster Gold one is surprising to me, but it introduces DC's idea of time travel, right? So I think that's cool. That can give us some input into like hyper time and shit like that. And I think that doing that as a live action series really works under James Gunn's kind of supervision. The Waller series, I'm kind of pumped for because I love Viola Davis as Amanda Waller. I think Amanda Waller could be a very important character in the DCU for cinema. But they gotta let her have some moments to shine. She can't just show up to be like, the bad bitch, right? She's just got to show that's all she's done so far. We need some development there, right? And I think we've gotten more development I think we got more development in like Peacemaker than we did before. So I'm excited for that. We'll see what happens there. I would rather have a Peacemaker season 2, obviously. But James Gunn's got pretty busy, and that's been kind of put on hold. What else was there? Batman Brave and the Bold. Brave and the Bold. Very excited for this because it's doing, and this is what I said last night. It's a Batman movie that's doing something that we haven't seen in a Batman movie yet, which is introducing his son Damian. So not just a Robin from the get-go, but Damian fucking Wayne. That's awesome. Excited to see how they develop that, who they cast, how young Damian's going to be, how old Batman's going to be compared to Superman. Or do these movies, Brave and the Bold, might take place 10 years after Superman Legacy? Who knows? We have no information. But I like that news. I'm excited. Paradise Lost, Game of Thrones-esque look at Themyscira before Wonder Woman. That could be badass if you get the right people to do it. Lanterns, True Detective-inspired HBO Max series building up into the big threat that's coming. New Gods, I'm sure. Very exciting. I like the way that that's being described. What else? Swamp Thing, very excited for that. Very excited for Swamp Thing. I would love to see James Wan direct it. However, James Mangold's been posting a lot of Swamp Thing shit on his socials. So I think that would be a good project to follow up. Indiana Jones and the bullshit of Destiny, whatever the fuck is it Tablet of Destiny? That is a weird name. I like Temple of Doom myself. That's a great name. Let's see. What else am I forgetting here? Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. I like that idea. That's a good story to approach Kara Zor-El with and to introduce her, because movie audiences have not known her since, like, was it Helen Slater, that fucking movie from the 80s that was not very good, but I like watching it, so I can be like, look at that old Popeye's chicken sign. That's what I like about that movie. That movie's rough, though. But I like Supergirl. Supergirl is a favorite DC hero of mine. So, yeah, I'm excited for that one. The one thing that irks me is that everybody thinks Tom King came up with the idea that, she was 14 or 15 when Krypton was destroyed. So, she has more of pain and tragedy in her life. So she's more hard. She's harder edged. Yes. But that Tom King book's not the first book to do that. Everybody thinks it is, and that kind of pisses me off. However, I like that as a story to introduce Supergirl. I like the idea of introducing Supergirl in a movie so quickly in this phase. And I'm probably forgetting some other ones. If I am, remind me. But my biggest surprise and shock was The Authority. I had no inkling of an idea that James Gunn would throw The Authority out, which has helped boost up our Authority Comics Revisited video up a little bit. So if you weren't aware that we did that, you should check out that video where me and Jelani talk about the first 12 issues of The Authority, which is the entire Warren Ellis, Brian Hitch stuff, which is the most important stuff. When it comes to The Authority, the Mark Miller run starts off strong, fizzles out. Nothing else has ever come close. But those first 12 issues of The Authority, year one or whatever you want to call it, because it took more than a year to come out, are fucking fantastic. I love The Authority. I don't like Wildstorm characters interacting with DC characters. I think they need to exist in their own world, self-contained. But okay, we'll see. We'll see. And my big thing that I got from all of this is that James Gunn is heavily influenced by Grant Morrison. Grant Morrison, for a time, they were the architect, for the most part, of DC, creating the vision and idea of the multiverse and hypertime and how it all works. Grant has an extensive, awesome run on JLA. All-star, amazing books over at DC, not including his creator-owned stuff like The Invisibles, but like at DC mainstream, like the Batman run, which is fantastic. Introducing Damian Wayne. So I see a Grant Morrison influence on The Brave and the Bold by introducing Damian. I see a Grant Morrison influence on the Superman Legacy movie because they mention All-Star Superman. I am sensing Creature Commandos. Frankenstein. That's a character that was kind of reintroduced by Grant Morrison in the Seven Soldiers stuff, right? There is a heavy Grant influence, which leads me to believe that they're building up to an Ultimate Darkseid story, and they're leading up to Final Crisis, and not an exact interpretation or adaptation of Final Crisis, but the idea that Darkseid's is coming. Darkseid is, and when he shows up, he's going to wreck the shit. And he's going to win. And then we got to pick up the pieces and move on. That could be badass. I think we're building up to Final Crisis, Rock of Ages type thing. A Grant Morrison idea of a Dark Side New God story. So that's what I think. So that was a long-winded answer to one little question. So let's go back to the chat. What's just dropped down for me? Damn it. Got to go back up. Hey, Joe Corralo's in the building, says he's really enjoying Dahlia in the Dark too. Huh, go figure. By the way, everybody go check out Go Figure Reviews here on YouTube. It's Jelani and Brooks' channel. Just recently crossed 1,000 views on one of their videos and just recently crossed 100 subscribers. Somebody could throw out that link. OUG says, Robbie in a turtleneck, that would look like he's about to step into a time machine and go to the 1960s coffee shop to read Ginsberg poetry at an open mic. Okay. Hey, what's up, Duffy? McCarthy wasn't a bad play caller when he was with the Pack, but times may have changed. Maybe Taki, but I'm not a fan of Mike McCarthy. I'm with AAR. We deserve better, man. Duffy says, I just tuned in and you're dogging my team. You got to have love for your Philly boys. I'm happy for y'all. I'm not happy for X, but I'm happy for y'all. Fuck the Eagles, man. I'm a Cowboys fan, man. Fuck the Eagles. I'm happy for you, though. Hey, Mark McGrath is here. Rogue Sun is the best Massiveverse book. Hey, Verno's in the house. Huge fan of Hatless Robbie. Thank you. Jelani says, I am ready for James Gunn's lineup. Todd says, I don't like the two Batman films running parallel to each other. Matt Reeves is doing an excellent job so far, and I don't want the new Brave and the Bold film to water it down. I don't think it will. I think fans in the audience are savvy enough to understand that this Batman is existing outside of this one. And I also love that they're taking my idea of branding it as DC Elseworlds. I actually really like that idea. So I am not a big fan of that Batman movie. The new one. So I am excited for Brave and the Bold. So we'll see what happens though. But Todd, that is a valid concern for sure. Jeffrey says, we can finally spec on DC books. Keys for Bats, Wonder, and Soups are out of reach. Yeah, it is nice. There's a lot of spec that was coming up now. Authority. Damian Wayne. Damian Wayne seems to be one of the bigger ones. Mike says, DC Studios needs to do a Hitman HBO Max series. Garth Ennis and John McCrae's amazing book would be crazy in live action. I agree. What is up, Andy? How are you doing? Indiana Jones in the Pick of Destiny. Thank you, Hamburger Basque. PJ says, I hope James Gunn also takes inspiration from Superman for all seasons, and I also hope Gunn uses other villains from Superman's Rogues Gallery, like Metallo, Brainiac, Parasite, etc. I agree. Jelani says, Temple of Doom sucks like the Eagles. Look, bruh, I can block you. Yeah, the Authority rules. Chris Pratt as the Doctor. Bruh, that's a good pick, Steph. I think I've seen you say that. You said that on the Friday show. Hell yeah. Mark says, they could all be good, but the Authority worries me a little. The Authority don't really work in the DCU. Yeah, exactly. If the idea is to do an Action 775, all I have to say is the Authority are not the Elite. You're right, but the Elite, the whole point of 775 was that it was like, because they weren't integrating those characters. What if Superman came up against the Authority? There was this new rise of this cinematic, violent, widescreen comic that was led by things like the Authority, that led into things like the Ultimates. And how does a character like Superman respond to that? Like, not just as a character, but how do we, as an audience, respond to that? So I actually really love that comic, love that idea, and I get it. I don't like it when Batman and Superman are in the same world as Midnighter and the Apollo, right? Or the Apollo. Midnighter at the Apollo. But I get it. It's okay, but I get what you're saying. However, I want to see this. I want to see the Authority. I do. Two Gun says, whatever James Gunn puts out, I'ma check out. Hell yeah. Ouroboros Snake says, I love Wildstorm within DC, to be honest. Hell yeah. Do you think James Gunn can work the Darkseid War into DCU? I'd love to see that. Oh, and fly, Eagles, fly. Well, I'm happy for you Eagles fans. No need to rub it in. Billy's being a naysayer on the DCU and the MCU. What movies do you like, Billy? I mean, we know you like Showgirls. There's so many different Batman stories being told at the same time. Just wait till they do Vampire Batman and Gotham by Gaslight and all that shit live action. And then we have Into the Batverse. Hey, Fable's in the house. Station. So is Bobby De La Ghetto. Station. How are you doing? OUG says, Jelani, that last Ronin video on your channel was great. Mark says, the third act, especially in the Pattinson Batman movie, is rough. I agree. DC tends to have third act problem. Endings are hard. I think Marvel has third act problems as well. I think a lot of modern movies have third act problems. Temple of Doom is the best as interfacer. I knew that we were besties. I knew it. Manic Movie Lover says, I didn't like the new Joker on the new Batman. I have to see that fleshed out. Grifter works in DC. Grifter can work in DC, but the problem is when you integrate the Wildcats, you have to reshift so much stuff. I like Wildstorm being its own thing. That's just me. I don't like it necessarily being integrated into the DC universe. It's never worked. They've tried multiple fucking times. It's never worked. They're trying right now and it's cool. But like, for instance, the one thing I don't like about this Wildcats book is that it's tied into the DC universe. But that's probably just a me thing. I'm with you, Bizarro. I do like it. What do you think about the Ta-Nehisi Coates Superman film? I think that got put on hold, but it could definitely fit as a DC Elseworlds. I would love to see something like that. I am a fan of Ta-Nehisi Coates. Maybe not necessarily his comic work, but his work outside of comics I am a fan of. Hey, what's up, Jorm? How you doing? But I would like to see it. I'd like to see his perspective and take. Now, there is a Mark Waid and J.G. Jones book, I believe, called Strange Fruit. And that's something I'd like to see adapted. And thinking about what a Ta-Nehisi Superman script might look like with a black Superman made me think of Strange Fruit, which is a comic book that's really good. And the basic premise of this comic is, what if Superman was a black man and he landed in the 30s in like Alabama, right? And so that's a really interesting kind of take. If you've never read Strange Fruit, definitely check that one out. Art's great, story's cool too. What are we supposed to watch for tomorrow, Jelani? Are you telling me you don't remember that it's Inside Llewyn Davis, my man? Coen Brothers film that I absolutely adore. It's going to be a great show. Jelani's supposed to be there. Didn't even know what movie he was supposed to watch. That's fine. That's fine. Brooks is going to be there. Mike's going to be there. Steph's going to be there. And Manny's going to be there. It's going to be a great lineup. We got some love for Rosenberg's Wildcats out there, which I do like. Mark says, I don't know, though. That Rosenberg Wildcat series is all over the place, and Grifter is a little too much the butt of the joke, not enough of a badass. He should be one of the deadliest people. I agree with that. I do still like it, though. Hey, Manny. Manny says, just finished it. It was a banger. Yeah, dude. Inside Llewyn Davis. That's tomorrow night on PCP Movie Night at 8 p.m. Central Time. Wildcats and DC, damn you, Jim Lee. They don't have to integrate them. I mean, they got the Milestone universe on its own, and it's doing its own thing, so. All right, y'all, before this gets any deeper, we might as well officially start the show with your First Five. All right, we're still going through this 1995 Spider-Man Fleer Ultra set. We're in the Venom section, and these are pretty dope cards. So this is the Venom Flows, and it's like Venom versus different people. We did this last week, but there's the Dark Hawk cover. Dark Hawk. Venom versus Dark Hawk. That's a Mark Teixeira card. Love that card. Might be one of my favorites so far. Then we got Demi-Goblin. Venom versus Demi-Goblin. That's by John Ellis. That's a pretty dope card, but not as good as the Mark Tex one. This is by the Hildebrands. And it's Venom versus Scream, but this is before we knew her name was Scream, and she was just known as the female symbiote. That was it. Then we got Venom versus the Jury. I really like this card. That's by the Hildebrands as well. They're doing some good cards in this set. Venom versus Mace, which is from Venom the Mace. We covered that on PCP Comics Revisited. Tom Kiffin doing the cards there. So out of all those, that's one of the best cards we've gotten so far. That's Mark Teixeira, Venom versus Dark Hawk. How fucking cool is that? And that has been your First Five. All right, that's dope. That's nice. Glad we got to the first five within 45 minutes of the show. I love Rockin Robbie Live. If you notice, I dropped off a couple bits and segments here and there just so that we have more time for this. Just to bullshit, just to talk. Fuck yeah, Icon. Hell yeah. I'd like to see some Milestone properties get developed into film. I don't see why they really haven't done it yet. Venom, Venom, Venom. Mark says, if that is the take talking about the Ta-Nehisi Coates Superman movie, I would rather see an Icon movie. Loved Icon, Hardware, Static, and Rocket, and Young Justice. Icon is a fantastic character. I agree. Still got to start doing the Milestone in the 90s bits. It's not. I think it's going to be too long, Fable. We got some good bits. Anyway, let's get right on into it. DC Comics has books out this week. Speaking of Milestone, they got a Milestone book out this week. I've read them. I'm going to let you know what I thought about them on your DC Sneak Peek. All right, first up is Static. Static Shadows of Dakota. This is basically season 2. I dropped out of Static season 1 probably after 3 issues. It was only 6, I believe. I liked it, but then I just kind of fell out of it and I never went back to it. But even though that's what happened, I decided to check out the first issue of season 2, which is Shadows of Dakota. And this was my favorite DC book of the week, y'all. I really liked this book. I loved the artwork. Nicholas Draper Ivy, Vita Ayala on the scripting. I really liked this book. I thought it was cool. Even though I didn't finish season 1, there's a nice little recap in the very beginning. I read that. It was very beneficial, and I jumped right into it. Dynamic artwork, very energetic. It was not a burden to read. It never felt boring. It had solid artwork. It had great coloring. So that was my DC favorite this week, was Static Season 2, number 1. Then we got Poison Ivy, issue number 9. This is a really nice issue of Poison Ivy. One of the best ones. G. Willow Wilson's been doing a great job with character Poison Ivy, taking her into a different direction. And at first, I was really worried because they were trying to play this whole, like, walk the line thing between her being, like, really evil and her being, like, you know, like respectable and her being relatable, right? And understandable. But G. Willow Wilson's really kind of ironed that out for me, and I like this new take, this new mission, this new purpose for Poison Ivy. And in this issue, which is self-contained, but Harley shows up, so her and Harley get to reconnect, and it was a really lovely issue that kind of featured around love, a great Valentine's Day issue, to be honest with you. So Poison Ivy, number 9, I liked that one. Batman and the Joker, The Deadly Duo, issue number 4. Story's not too bad. It's kind of like a story within the story. This is Mark Silvestri doing a Batman book on his own, and the artwork is great, but there is something that's being lost. There's just something being lost, because when you look at some pages, and then you look at the black and whites, the black and whites look amazing. I want this book in black and white. Story's okay. This one is like Joker and Batman are on a train. They got to like lighten the load without killing people. It's actually a pretty decent issue. It doesn't have a nice flow though through the story, but the art is insane, especially the actual inked lines. When you look at them, they are absolutely gorgeous, and the coloring is fine, but there's something about there's just something about that line work that just works so well as opposed to seeing it in color. Mark Silvestri is like going ham. Anyway, art's great, story's okay. Gotham City, Year 1, issue number 5, the penultimate issue of Gotham City Year 1, a book that has been, I dare to say, inconsistent, even though its inconsistency has still been good. For instance, there was a big reveal in the last issue, and this one elaborates on that. So this is a big exposition-heavy issue, and Tom King has already, at times with this book, overly verbose, and this book kind of gets very dull and draggy because of it. This one took a while to get through. I liked all of the developments. There could have just been a little bit of editing on the dialogue, on the narration, just make it have a better flow, because the artwork from Phil Hester and Eric Capster and the coloring by Jordi Belair is top-notch. The actual story is top-notch. The characterizations are top-notch. It just gets a bit too clunked down because of excessive dialogue and narration, especially in an exposition-heavy issue. Then we've got Lazarus Planet, Next Evolution. These Lazarus Planet one-shots have been very inconsistent. This is one of the more consistent ones. It's got a Red Hood story by Ram V that introduces a new set of characters to the DC Universe. It's got a Flatline story in here by Brandon Snyder that I really like, that has ramifications going forward. It's got a Chuck Brown story with like Amanda Waller's got a nephew who's like superhero. I have no idea what's going on there. Story was interesting enough. I was just really confused about who was who and what was what. Then we got a Red Canary story, and that was all right. It was nice, has Sideways in it, but the Rom V Red Hood story was really good. And then the second story was really good, which was the Flatline story was probably my favorite, but I also really liked the Rom V one. So half of this I liked and half of it was all right. Then we got The Flash, issue 792, continuing the 1 Minute War. I'm loving this. This was a nice, fun, breezy read. It's a cool concept. This alien race shows up to invade planet Earth. In 1 minute, they can just take out a civilization because they move at super speed. But in this world, there's the Flash family. So we're getting to see different members of the Flash family. In this one, they really spotlight Impulse and Kid Flash. And I really appreciated that, and I liked it. I'm really into this. There's some heavy stuff going here. There's some heavy stuff going on in the pages of Flash right now. And they're not treating it as heavy, I think, as it maybe should, because things are moving at a brisk pace, which means that it's going to be undone. But I'm still really liking Flash. And then we've got Batman, issue 132. Chip Zdarsky's the second part of his second arc, which is Batman has been whisked away to escape failsafe. He was whisked away to a parallel universe. It's all right. We've seen so many of these like different takes on Batman and Gotham and parallel universes that there's nothing novel to me about it, so it didn't work for me. I don't like Mike Hawthorne's art on this series, especially coming off of Jorge Jimenez, who has an incredibly dynamic sense of superhero and motion and action in a comic book page. So this one just didn't really do much for me, even though Selena Kyle apparently is just sexy as hell in every goddamn universe. So Batman was disappointing. Flash was really solid. Lazarus Planet was pretty decent. Then we got Gotham City Year 1, stagnating with the weight of the words. Batman Joker Deadly Duo, great art. Poison Ivy, really like this issue, but my favorite I read this week was Static. Season 2, Shadows of Dakota, number 1. Thought that was great, and this has been your DC Sneak Peek. All right, y'all, we are about to take a quick break. When we come back, though, we talk about Marvel in the 90s. And you know we got to talk about Batman. In the meantime, enjoy a couple of tunes. Take a break. Grab a drink. Grab a smoke. Grab whatever you need to. And we'll be right back here on Rockin Robbie Live.
Hey there, Dynamite fans. Come join us here at The Experience this Monday, February 6th at 6 p.m. Eastern. It's our usual time. We're going to have all your favorites, whether it's CCAs or Marvel books, Dynamite, doesn't matter. It's going to be a good time regardless. So come join us. Remember, it's Monday, February 6th, 6 p.m. Eastern. Only right here on The Experience, YouTube. Don't forget. Okay? See you then.
Welcome to Pop Culture Philosophers. I'm Rockin Robbie Live!
Hey everybody, welcome back to Rockin Robbie Live here on Pop Culture Philosophers. I am your host, Rockin Robbie Billups. We've already had a great time tonight. We talked about the James Gunn lineup over at DC Films. We talked about the DC sneak peek. That's right, the new DC comics coming up this week. We've already had a great show. Coming up in this bit, we got Marvel in the 90s and we got Batman, where we've been going through Extinction Agenda for Marvel in the 90s. We've been going through the Batman animated series for Batman. I do want to say you can follow Pop Culture Philosophers on Facebook and on Instagram. If you're on Facebook, join the PCP Army. That's the official Pop Culture Philosophers Facebook group. You can also follow me on Twitter at @TheRockinRobbie, and you can find podcasts and more at popculturephilosophers.com. You can support the channel over at patreon.com/PCP and unlock exclusive content like a downloadable audio file of the weekly comic book review and the weekly pop culture wrap-up hours before they drop on YouTube. You can get $15 in Whatnot credit at whatnot.com/invite/TheRockinRobbie. That's for new users only. You can save 10% at dynamicforces.com with code Robbie. All of that and more. But we really do appreciate. You can also support the channel with Super Chat. Our first goal is $10, and we open up The Bride of Frankenstein. April O'Neil pop at some point. I see that. Yep. I see that Two Gun just did that. That means $15 away from the Eternian Palace Guard. So $15 more. We open this one up as well today. We have other stretch goals, if you will. But all the support we need is a like, a share, a subscribe, and a participating in the conversation. What's coming up here at PCP? Well, first of all, we still got PCP mystery boxes available. 10 are available this week, filled with comics, toys, cards, all kinds of fun, cool stuff. $30. That includes shipping. If you want to support the channel and get something in return, this is a good way to do it. You can email us at popculturephilosophers@gmail.com if you are interested. Tomorrow night, PCP Movie Night, inside Llewyn Davis at 8 p.m. Central Time. But before that, and after my show over at the EXP, check out Scarpaz Sci-Fi Sojourns as they discuss Mars Attacks, and Dylan's Horror Show, Blood-Sucking Freaks. That's on Saturday at 6:30 p.m. Central Time. And of course, coming up for the show, we also still have the March Madness reveal, the full lineup for PCP and DHS for March Madness, where we dive back. It's like a mini horror fest, is what it is. Anyway, thank you so much, Two Gun Pedro, for the super chat. He says, no one does March Madness like PCP and DHS. Hey, let me tell you about this little man I know. His name is Hellboy. He was sent to the earth some long time ago to save it or destroy. Brought to this earth by Rasputin, son of a demon and I'm not a who. Had sex with the demon, but was raised by Professor Broom. Now he's got evil and monsters. Now he fights with the man who's a fish named Abe. Now he fights with a fire starter named Liz, and an ectoplasmic mess named Johann. PPRG. Thank you so much, Two Gun Pedro. Says, I really just wanted Robbie to open something. Well, this is going to be opened up tonight, and y'all know how we do it, man. Let's just break the kayfabe real quick. We do post-credits, where I open up shit. Sometimes I do taste tests. So there you go. $15 more, and we open up another thing tonight, which will be the Eternian Palace Guard. And yes, I regret not getting two of them now. So there you go. All right, we got a little bit of a taste test. I told you tonight was going to be filled with surprises. So this was given to us, of course, by Mike the Voice Matthews, who always keeps me up to date and makes sure that I have the newest concoctions and confections and drinks and all that kind of stuff. So we got a new Kit Kat to try. It's Kit Kat birthday cake. Now, I don't like birthday cake. I do not like birthday cake flavored stuff, and I don't like just regular, generic, regular ass birthday cake. I don't. If anybody ever wants to do a birthday cake for me, give me a cookie cake with just chocolate frosting, or give me like an ice cream cake that's like Oreo based or Reese's peanut butter cup based, okay? Or a German chocolate cake. If those aren't the cakes, I'd rather have a Blu-ray. Anyway, so we got birthday cake Kit Kat. I don't have high expectations. I do like Kit Kats. I think they do a good job with their different flavors. I do. So let's see. This is a flavor I don't particularly like. So let's see. Give it the old sniff test. It tastes like fucking regular ass, like yellow white frosting fucking cake. That's what it tastes like. Yeah, I can't do that. It's not as bad as those bullshit chips from Britain that I tried last week. It accomplishes what it's trying to do, which is to taste like regular ass generic fucking birthday cake, okay? Extra regular ass, for sure. It tastes like that. If that's your bag, you're going to like it. I don't like that. However, it is trying to do something, and it accomplishes that, and it still has the texture of a Kit Kat. But I don't like the flavor. I'll give it 3 you digs. But I'll tell you what, if you like birthday cake flavor, you might like it a bit more than me. Yeah, that's pretty. I would take the rest of those to my buddy Davey, but he would act weird about opening or like eating Kit Kats from an open container. But that's all I can handle with that. More taste tests coming through. All right. Let's take a look at the chat. And I saw the chat that was up there, and they were asking, what do I like more right now? Chip Zdarsky's Batman or Ram V's Detective Comics? I'll go Detective Comics. Just slightly. And the reason why Detective Comics is going to take it over is because 2 issues into the new Batman arc, and I'm not vibing with it. I'm not digging it, right? So that's like holding it back for me. I like the Failsafe arc. I really did. But I really love what Ram's doing. And I think it's the better book because Ram is doing something structurally that's like an opera or something like that. And I'm not super familiar, and I should use one of my... I should probably ask him. And learn more about the structure. I don't know how much he would want to talk about it. But there's something very interestingly there's something structurally interesting about what's going on with Detective Comics right now by Ram V. And I also think he has a better sense of lyrical flow, right? In his dialogue and his narration. So I really, really like Ram V's work right now. Plus you have Raphael Albuquerque and Ivan Reis, 2 completely different artists. But on that last issue, they were able to have work on like the same other like page to page, and it worked. It worked so well. So I'll go Detective. German chocolate, bro. You know it. OUG says, I love birthday cake Kit Kats. Well, I'm glad you do. You want me to ship you these other 3 pieces? Ice cream cake. Hell yeah, bro. You know what I'm saying. Two Gun says, last week's taste test was tough to watch. I did eat the rest of those cheese and onion chips. I thought those were great. The other ones I threw right in the fucking trash. I thought about taking them to work to get people to try them, but nope. Yep, IPA chaser on the birthday Kit Kats. It was weird. Evil says, Robbie with his hair out looks like he should be on 90210, Dylan's younger brother, the one who got his penis touched. Okay, in the back of the Peach Pit. Okay, you took it a little bit far there, but I actually took that as a compliment because I loved 90210 when I was younger, and I wanted to look like Luke Perry and what's that dude, Brendan Fraser? No. The fuck's that dude's name? Brandon Priestley? Anyway, that guy. Was Brandon his character's name? Jason Priestley? What the fuck is his name? Anyway, y'all know what I'm talking about. Thank you for that. Steph says Zdarsky is that guy. OUG says, I'm a fat girl. I like all cake flavor within reason. Come on, you. The art on Detective is fantastic. Like Steph says, nothing wrong with enjoying what you enjoy, OUG. I agree. Robbie's like, let them eat cake. You're right. Jason Priestley, thank you so much. Was Brandon or Brendan his character's name? Yeah, because it's like Brenda and it's Brandon and Brenda, right? Or is it It's not Brendan and Brenda. That would be so fucking ridiculous. When was the last time anybody here has tried to rewatch of 90210? I'd like to try that out. I'd like to try out 90. Like, what would a rewatch? Maybe when we're done with Batman, we'll go back to 90210 for at least 6 episodes. It was Brenda and Brandon. Okay, thank you. Jason Priestley. There we go. Mark says that failsafe arc was beautiful to look at, but a lot of the ideas were half-baked. Why is failsafe activating now? Batman has been accused of murder before. Was there a verification process? Yeah, all that's valid, but the thing is, I remember in my early 20s and in my teens talking about how awesome the comics were, and people that were 20 years older than me would say things like, oh, they already did that story. They've already done that. I know where this is going. They would predict shit too. They would know exactly what was going to happen. Well, those scripts have been flipped on me. So I guess I'm trying to say I just have a little bit more leeway with it. There are plenty of people who have never read all the Batman stories I've read that failsafe is going to be a little bit newer to them. And I'm cool with that. Because there's still plenty of original stuff out there. But when you're into the corporate comics, it's very repetitive. And that repetition does not even... it used to be said it was like a 10-year cycle. It's even shorter than that now, it feels like. Yeah, I do not like the idea of Batman being able to fall from the moon to Earth and just be totally fucking fine with nothing. With nothing. That's a little ridiculous. Morrison didn't reveal all of his plot elements in one arc for Batman. Batman killed Darkseid with the gun. Yeah, and right before he did it, he because of the irony of it. Yeah, Morrison's Batman run was definitely way... Grant was in a position where he was able to cement a long run. His run survived through the New 52, y'all. Right? So Grant's run survived through the New 52 and was able to execute their ideas. That's not something that's going to happen with many creators today. Hey, what's up, Comics by the Bay? Popping in to show support, then back to my NASCAR. What's up, all? How are you doing? NASCAR? All right. Nice. I saw that there was some NASCAR stuff on earlier. But we can't knock Zdarsky for one arc. I agree, Steph. 100%. I mean, I think Failsafe was a fine enough arc. I'm not liking this arc at all. I'll tell you that much. All right. It's time for one of my favorite bits on this show, which is a little segment we like to call Marvel in the 90s. And of course, we're going through the New Mutants right now by Rob Liefeld. But because we're going through the New Mutants with Rob Liefeld, we're covering Extinction Agenda. So Chapter 2 is New Mutants number 95, written by Louise Simonson, Wheezy, to some, with artwork by, it's credited as Rob Liefeld and Company, with inking by Joe Rubinstein and Company. So a hodge fucking podge. All right? So let's get into the book. First of all, it starts off, we're in Genosha. We're explaining what Genosha is, what the mutates are, how Genosha is taking mutants, wiping their brains, and using them and their abilities as slave labor. A lot of us remember this from the X-Men animated series. We talked about that last year when we did an X-Men annotation on X-Men animation. And then we're revealed that Cameron Hodge, who we thought was beheaded by Archangel, is still alive. But he's part of this like robotic body. And he's kidnapped some people from the last issue, which was Uncanny X-Men 270. We covered that last week. And it's Boom Boom, Richter, Wolfsbane, and Storm. And Storm, of course, is still the young Storm. So they show up, having been teleported to Genosha, completely nude. And y'all thought Exterminators had the boom, boom, boom with Boom Boom. Just look at old Uncle Rob right there. Anyway. That's a kayfabe thing they say. I shouldn't say that. Anyway, so the artwork is pretty decent. It's all right, but it is a mess. Like of all kinds of different clunky styles, right? Wolfsbane's kind of concerned for Warlock. Warlock was also brought over to Genosha, but it scrambled him, and he's losing energy fast and kind of dying. Cameron Hodge is there. Richter's freaking out because Richter has a past with Cameron Hodge, but he doesn't want to speak up. Storm tries to use her abilities, but she's not able to really... like they're drugged, so she's not able to like have enough willpower to like really get up in her abilities. We get some more pop pop boom boom, you know what I'm saying, on this page. They're trying to get away, but they can't quite. We got some decent artwork. Like I said, it's not 100% Rob. I don't know who else is on this book, but there's a lot of people. Maybe, I don't know, maybe Eric Larson had some stuff. I have no idea. If you know, please let me know in the chats. The coloring is all right in this book. When you see it in print, it is a little bit, there are pages that are just too like magenta or orange or pink or something like that. Anyway, so Cameron Hodge has the X-Men. They drain their powers at this point, so they can't fight back. Then we cut back to the X-Mansion, where we see the rest of the X-Men team, the rest of the New Mutants team, including Cable and Forge, talking about what's going on. They find out that they're gone. Their clothes are still there. Here is an early appearance by Gambit. He was just recently introduced in 266 of Uncanny X-Men. He shows up. He's only concerned about Storm. We just get a little bit of him. They're like, we don't even know where they are. We got to find out where they are. Then we cut back. Rain is once again worried about Warlock. They're trying to give their energy to Warlock. Cameron Hodge comes in and says, no, bullshit, you can't do that, because my whole plan is I want Warlock's energy for myself, because he wants to be taken over by that technology and be able to shift and change his form at will. So this whole issue is kind of based on this for the most part. These mutants that had been kidnapped, they're now trying to mind wipe them. They take them to the Generizer, the Gene Meister. What the fuck is his name? Anyway, they're taking him to him. He's wiping the mutants' minds. That's how they start the slave labor class. Cameron Hodge shows up and he's like, yeah, but you're not going to do that with Warlock because I'm taking over. There are elements here. We definitely see Rob Liefeld. He definitely probably broke down all of this issue, but he only really focused on some. We got that hatching that he does in the background there. You got Storm and Boom Boom kind of arguing a little bit. She's like, yeah, it's always you X-Men that interfere, always you X-Men that get in the way and cause all troubles for us. Richter admits to Rain that he was froze up when he saw Cameron Hodge. He's dealing with some trauma from that. Warlock's got an idea. He's going to show up. He's escaped somehow. He's going to use his last bit of energy maybe to help them escape, right? So they make a run for it. Cameron Hodge finds out, sends people after him. Richter and Rain have this nice, like, touching moment. interesting to know how this develops further in the future. And Wolfsbane's like, fuck it, man. I'm not going to stop and let somebody sacrifice themselves for me. That was Richter, right? So she goes off. She starts trying to tear ass. And Warlock gets like, he's in that chair. He's having his energy going away. He just turns into dust. So it's like the death of Warlock. Spoilers, he gets better. Like, he's okay. But before Wolfsbane's eyes, Warlock dies. And she's just like, he's just a piece of dust. And then at the end, we have X-Factor showing up to the X-Men, and they find out, and they know for certain that these kidnapped X-Men are now in Genosha, and that Warlock has died. And now we're going to continue into X-Factor number something or another. It says it right there. But that was New Mutants number 95. The second part of Extinction Agenda, I have it right here. I will say this. I like the story. I like the way the story develops. That being said, it is incredibly verbose. And the inking is by Joe Rubinstein and company. So it's Rob Liefeld and Joe Rubinstein, but a shit ton of other people. And you can tell because the artwork is all over the place. It's very inconsistent. On the newsprint, it looks very like pinkish on like so much pink that it's hard to kind of pull things out. It's got some decent enough artwork, but there's a lot of stuff going on. The writing, though, is incredibly verbose. It is a long read. At times, it's a bit difficult. Now, the Claremont chapter from Uncanny 270 from last week was a bit more clean, just a bit more flowy. This one, not so flowy. A little bit more stagnant in the writing. And the artwork is all over the place. So it's a lesser chapter, even though the story does progress. And that's what I like about the story, is that it does progress. As this idea of Cameron Hodge trying to take Warlock's powers, trying to figure out how to be able to change at will. You got some interesting character development with some of these characters. I like the story, but the execution of that story through the artwork and through the writing is kind of not so good. So overall, I would give this a 2.69 you digs as a single issue because the art is all over the place. I like it as a part of the story and where it's going, but it falls flat. It doesn't have, and I'm not saying that chapter 1 was the greatest, right? But this one is a step down, even though the progression of the story is pretty decent. If you remember Extinction Agenda, chapter 2, which was New Mutants 95, what do you think? Let us know. This has been Marvel in the 90s. All right, take a look at your comments there. See, we're still talking about Batman there. All right, yeah, newsstand edition. Well, not this one. This is not a newsstand edition. It's direct market. You can see it right there. Pop, pop, boom, boom. Put some clothes on, Wolfsbane. Yeah, they're mostly nude throughout the whole damn issue, including like a storm that's been reverted to like 13 years old. Dude wants to be more robotic, trying to reach ascension. Absolutely. Yeah, those lines are thick. It's a bit bloated. Yeah, that's a good word. As far as the dialogue and the artwork. Fable says, I loved those last few issues of New Mutants leading to 100, then to X-Force, although admittedly, I haven't read that in years. Well, that's what we're going through, right? We're trying to do that, right? And I started with the beginning of Liefeld's run. We've already done some of that stuff. Now we're going through Extinction Agenda so we can get to the lead up to X-Force. We've done X-Force number 1, and I want to do all the X-Force. If I could do 10 issues of Youngblood, I could do 12, 13, 14 issues of X-Force? Why not? We've already done one of them. Hey, what's up, Ricky? How you doing? Mark says, I was big into X-Men back then, really liked the event, but that issue in particular felt rushed. Yeah, I think Rob needed a month off, threw down some layouts, tightened up a few pages, and then a bunch of other people just came in and tightened it up. That's the vibe I get for sure. 100%. So how are y'all doing? What do you want to talk about? Let's get the conversation going in the chat. Got any questions? Let me know. So, we're supposed to do a taste test tonight of Vegemite. But Mike didn't find Vegemite, but he found Marmite or whatever. It's the same thing. What am I supposed to eat that shit on? Marmite? What the fuck is that? Savory food spread based on yeast extract. Invented by the German scientist Justus von Liebig. What do you eat this shit on? Toast, I guess? Let's look. I'm seeing it on toast. Well, I don't have ready-made toast right now. I got bread. I guess I could toast it. I don't have a toaster. I'd have to do it in the oven. I'll just try it with a spoon. What happened to Extinction C? What are we talking about? Marmite versus Vegemite. You eat it on a piece of toast with a slight amount of butter, then a dab of the extract. Shut the fuck up, Stan. Fuck you, man. CD's nuts. Okay. What about crackers? Ew, no, not with a spoon. Why not, Helene? Why not? Should I try them on these birthday cake Kit Kats? So is Vegemite not the same thing? Mike's like, it's the same thing. What is Vegemite? Thick, dark brown Australian food spread made with leftover brewer's yeast extract with various vegetable and spice additives. So y'all telling me I got to go get the oven running so I can make some toast for this shit. I don't have any crackers right now, I don't think. Yeah, I have no crackers. I have some Doritos. Should I eat the Marmite with Doritos? Yeah, Mark says, you eat it on that cupcake stuff you was just eating. Hell yeah. Yeah, he got me. He just smiled and gave me a Vegemite sandwich. I can never remember the way that the syncopation, is that the term? Did you not watch the video I posted in the army? Sorry, Mike, I did not. Sorry. Can you just put it in a nutshell? Because it seems like you're supposed to eat it on toast. But I got to put butter on this too? That's way involved. Can I not just try it on its own? Yeah, Mark from Geeks Unleashed really likes it. You can toast bread in a frying pan too. Well, let me grab the webcam. Let's go into the kitchen. I think people are telling me that I shouldn't just eat it with a spoon because then I'm not going to like it. Is that the point? Like, what are y'all fucking saying? God damn it. How to eat Marmite. Is that what Marmite? Fucking shit. Spread it thinly on a piece of toast with a layer of either butter or margarine. Or serve it with cheese. Cheese. 7 ways to eat Marmite that don't suck? What the fuck? The most controversial spread just doesn't belong on toast. I gotta put fucking butter with this shit? Cashews. Make a sandwich with it. Spaghetti? Bagel pizzas? When pizza's on a bagel, I literally just saw in this article where it said put it on pizza bagels. You can eat pizza anytime. Bagel bites, man. Butter your toast first. God damn it. We're not taking the webcam to the kitchen. We can't do that. Too many cords and shit. Maybe we need to save the Marmite for an Instagram or a TikTok. Well, on the next break, I'm going to get the oven going and pull some butter out so it softens. Guess I want to do this the right way. Wait, so the butter goes on first, Interfacer says. Butter first, then a thin layer of the Marmite, right? Like, apparently not a lot. Y'all know I'm going to eat this shit with a spoon too, right? Anyway. Mark says, gonna take off. Watch Wakanda Forever now that it's on Disney Plus. Going to give it a fair shot. Yep, don't overthink it. All right. All right, when we come back from the next break, we'll have the Marmite taste test, hopefully. Or we'll get that going. There might have to be a post-credits one, but we'll do it. How can I get it toasted while being live? $15 more in Super Chats, and we open up this Eternian Palace card. And we get a Hellboy song. Very thin layer. Why is it called Marmite, though? Sounds unappealing. Yeah, why is it called Marmite? Marmite originally came in a small earthenware pot, similar to the kind of French casserole dish called a marmite, pronounced marmite. This is where the Marmite gets its name from. The original Marmite dish can still be seen on the front of the modern pot. Interesting. So is it Marmite and not Marmite? Vegemite itself has a history and a story. The name changed. Marmite versus Vegemite was a huge thing in Australia. Interfacer, are you in Australia? Mike says, do you want me to bring you a toaster? No, I don't need a toaster. I got a store. It's good. Evil Face Bad says, Robbie, you work in a store, right? Last time you farted in front of customers. I don't remember. What's up, Sinner? Did I see the new Hasbro Cyclops and Wolverine figures? I don't think I have yet. I don't think so. I live in Texas, but spent 2 years in Australia years ago. Okay. That makes sense. Thank you. Thank you for the clarification. So you know how to eat Vegemite. He just smiled and gave me a Vegemite sandwich. I can never get of that. Never. Never, ever. All right. We're currently going through the Batman animated series in production order. So now we're on episode 4, which is another Joker episode. So we've had Man-Bat, Joker, Scarecrow, and another Joker episode. Tonight we're going to be talking about the last laugh on our new favorite segment, Datman Batman. Let's go.
Batman.
That's right, and we're going to be talking about the last laugh, yet another Joker episode, but a pretty cool episode. I remember this one. When I was revisiting it this week, it brought a lot of memories back. So it starts off, there's this like big trash barge going down a Gotham River, and it's got this like stink spewing off of it. It's actually Joker gas, and it's causing everybody that comes across its path just to lose their mind, to go insane. And what I love about this episode is there's this like dun-dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun every time it goes to Joker and the barge, right? But people are going crazy, including this guy driving an armored car. He drives off this bridge. Don't worry, he's okay. He's okay. He doesn't fall and die. He gets captured by the bridge. He like gets stuck there. It's fine. Meanwhile, then we go to the Wayne Manor. Batman is shaving. I do want to point out that after this, he jumps into the shower, which means that Batman shaves before he showers. That's a terrible thing to do. Everybody, you got to shave after you shower because the hot water will open up those pores. Anyway, Alfred comes in and goes, "I drew you a bath, sir." And then he goes there. There's nothing there. It's just an empty bathtub. And he's like, "What are you talking about, Alfred?" And he's like, "I told you I drew you a bath." So it's Alfred being funny because it's April Fool's Day. So then while Bruce is in the shower, he hears a news report that people are going crazy throughout Gotham. And Alfred says something like, "Sounds like it's crazy out there." And Bruce is like, "Sounds like the Joker." So then we cut back to the barge. Underneath the barge, there's like a Joker submarine. And in there are the Joker henchmen. They get out. They find the armored truck, right, that landed in the river. They open it up. They steal all the money. And who is behind it? Of course, Bruce was right. It is the Joker. Awesomely and deliberately voiced once again by Mark Hamill. So they're going out. And while everybody's going crazy in Gotham, they're just robbing it. They're just smashing windows, taking jewels, all this stuff. Meanwhile, Batman is investigating things in the Batcave in full Batman gear. Doesn't have to be. Here's a commotion upstairs. The fumes, the Joker fumes, have gotten into Wayne Manor. Alfred's going crazy, smashing shit. He breaks this vase. He passes out. And Batman's like, "I'm going to find out. I'm going to get to the bottom of this." Meanwhile, back on the barge, we got the henchmen. We got the Joker. We're talking about their plans. They're looking, and then, damn, there's Batman. Batman very quickly finds out where they are, shows up in a gas mask, starts fighting the henchmen. He's able to take out the henchmen. The Joker's standing around doing his typical Joker thing. And then he fights this big one, and Batman's getting his ass kicked. He's getting his ass kicked by this clown. And then we find out that the clown's actually like a robot. So robot clown kicks Batman's ass, puts him in this tiny little like barrel that the Joker like collapses shut, starts stabbing through it to give him air holes. I love this bit because Batman's like could die at any moment. He's just very lucky with the way that he dodges. They dump it into the river, into the harbor, whatever. It's getting filled up with water. Batman uses something on his utility belt to call his bat boat to him. The bat boat uses lasers to get him out of this thing. He then goes and gets out. He escapes. Meanwhile, at the Ace waste disposal plant, the Joker stench barge shows up. They're dousing it with more Joker chemicals. Batman shows up, though, starts fighting the henchmen. He's able to take them out very easily. The Joker's kind of pissed about it, and Batman is there. So even though he's able to take out these henchmen, he's got to fight this robot clown again, right? But Batman now knows that he's a robot. He's using a pole so he can have more leverage, more strength, things like that. Gets him on this what are those things called? Treadmill type things, whatever, conveyor belt. Yeah, he's like on this conveyor belt. He finds out, smashes him, fully robot, gets him caught up in this trash compactor, and then he becomes this little tiny cube. Joker jumps on the little tiny cube, gets away through the trash compactor. I love this look for the Joker. He runs away, and just like in the Christmas with the Joker episode, the only reason why Batman stops him is because the Joker trips. Like, he doesn't trip on a roller skate in this one, but he trips over a cord, and he's dangling, about to fall into all this, like, molten lava where they're burning all this trash. Batman's like, "Maybe I'll save you." Ha 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 ha. Meanwhile, he captures the Joker. We get back to Arkham, or to Wayne Manor, and Alfred's sitting there like, "Oh, I can't believe that I broke this priceless vase." And Bruce is like, "Don't worry, I'll just take it out of your check for the next 10 years. And Alfred's like, "Oh, really, sir?" And then he's like, "April Fools, Alfred. Ha 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 ha." And that was the last laugh. It's a fun episode. I think it's a better Joker episode than Christmas with the Joker. I love that Joker music when they're on that barge where it's like dun-dun-dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. It's really cool. The music is great in this series. The animation is not super striking on this one, but it's decent enough. It gets the job done. It's a nice story. It's a nice Joker story, and it does kind of shed a little bit of light on Batman and the fact that he's humorless and Alfred's there, and it's an April Fool's themed episode, which really works for me. So all in all, I'll give it 4 out of 5 ya digs for Batman the Animated Series, The Last Laugh. And this has been us talking about Batman.
Batman.
All right, I thought that was an appropriate one for a Joker-themed episode. So hell yeah. Evil says, the robot clown in this episode was funny as hell. Oh, that's funny, Sinner. Marmite and Sprite sounds too good. Kid Dynamite, okay. Ricky says, love the Batman series. Yeah, me too. He gets thrown to the bottom of the river. He does. To me, my bat boat. Joker be tripping. Joker always got caught because of clumsy reasons in this series. Batman never actually inflicts too much violence in certain people, but he does. He's very able. Like, they were like, we don't want Batman to like get too violent, but he's able to like throw batarangs into people's hands all the goddamn time. Yeah, Perry's the best. Let's take another look at that.
Batman.
All right, I'm going to go get the oven running and get my butter out so we can try this Marmite shit at some point tonight. Anyway, we're taking a quick break. When we come back, the March Madness reveal. DHS, PCP, March Madness 2023. The full reveal is coming up, and a little bit of show and tell, and who knows what else, because we got some Marmite shit to do. Anyway, thank you all so much for joining us. We'll be right back here on Rockin Robbie Live.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life, I never miss, that's fact, taking big swings, bitch, hand me the bat, put me in the ring, you'll go out in a bag, cause I sing what I mean, and I bring it to the mad light, ain't got time to kill, I got time to feel, I take the red pill, I know life's short, so I wanna live real, but how's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? They wanna say my name, but they holding back. They wanna say they hate, but they know it's cap. I ain't play no games, I just do that's fact. And I don't feel no shame, it's a mood you lack. I go crazy, nah bitch I ain't lazy. Track after track, I work on the shit daily. Pass me the jack, right as fuel, got me hazy. About to unpack all these things I've been chasing. I've got visions in my head, like memories after death. To be a legend instead of something you can forget. I'm living up every breath, I'd rather lead than be led. I'll fill the seats as I spread with every word that I've said. How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel?
Hey there, Dynamite fans. Come join us here at The Experience this Monday, February 6th at 6 p.m. Eastern. It's our usual time. We're going to have all your favorites, whether it's CCAs or Marvel books, Dynamite, doesn't matter. It's going to be a good time regardless. So come join us. Remember, it's Monday, February 6th, 6 p.m. Eastern. Only right here on The Experience, YouTube. Don't forget. Okay? See you then.
Welcome to Pop Culture Philosophers. I'm Rockin Robbie Live!
Hey everybody, welcome back to Rockin Robbie Live here on Pop Culture Philosophers. I am your host, Rockin Robbie Bills. How is everybody doing? We've had a great time tonight. We've already done the DC Sneak Peek, Marvel in the 90s, and Batman. We're about to get into the PCP DHS March Madness 2023 reveal. We're going to reveal all 8 movies that we're covering for March for our mini horror fest that we like to do in March. We call it March Madness, appropriately enough, a little bit of show and tell, all that and some more, including a surprise that we got. And Marmite it's getting ready in the kitchen, getting ready. How's everybody doing? Join us on Facebook and on Instagram. If you're on Facebook, join the PCP Army, the official Pop Culture Philosophers Facebook group. Find podcasts and more at popculturephilosophers.com. You can follow me on Twitter at the Rockin Robbie. You can support the channel at patreon.com/PCP, like these fine PCP patrons right there, or with Super Chat. We've already unlocked the unboxing of The Bride of Frankenstein, April O'Neil. $15 more to the next goal, where we unbox this Eternian Palace Guard. Get $15 in Whatnot credit at whatnot.com/invite/the Rockin Robbie. Save 10% at dynamicforces.com with code Robbie. But all the support we need is a like, a share, and a subscribe. What's coming up here at PCP? Well, let me tell you. First of all, where's the button? We got PCP mystery boxes now available. Only 10 for this week. They're $30. They're filled with comics and other fun goodies. That includes shipping. $30. Email us at popculturephilosophers@gmail.com if you are interested in getting one. Tomorrow night, PCP movie night, 8 p.m. Central Time, inside Llewyn Davis, a Coen Brothers classic. Before that and after my show at the EXP, check out Scarpad's Domains for his show, Scarpad's Sci-Fi Sojourns. They're going to be talking about Mars attacks. And we're going to be on Dylan's horror show Saturday night, 6:30 p.m. Central Time, to talk about blood-sucking freaks. Yes. We have had a great time tonight, Interfacer. All right, we got a taste test. I found them. Found these at my local Kroger. They were almost sold out when I went there the other day. But I've been saving this for y'all. I have not tried these ever. I'm very excited for Dr. Pepper, strawberries and cream. I have been on a strawberries kick lately. Strawberry this, strawberry that. So strawberries and cream, Dr. Pepper, perfectly timed, synchronicity, right? Let's do it. Smells like artificial strawberries. Weird. Weird, but good. Weird, but good. I'm glad I grabbed 2 bottles. Smooth, strawberry, creamy, works with the Dr. Pepper flavor. Cream's already a part of that flavor. Strawberries might be, and we know cherry is, so it's not far off. It's like a softer Dr. Pepper. Doesn't have quite the bite. I missed the bite. That being said, it captures the flavor. I like it. I'll go 4. You digs. 4 out of 5 for the Dr. Pepper strawberries and cream. Have y'all tried it? What do you think? Let's see. I guess you're talking about the Marmite interfacer. I hope Robbie isn't like, oh my God, what the fuck is this crap? It's like a salty butthole. Nothing better than a salty butthole. Bobby says that's too much. Sinner says, Mar, what? The only thing I put in my oven is pizza. All right, well, fair enough. If that's all you want is pizza, that's all you can have, my friend. So, one taste test, not so successful for me, the Kit Kats. This wasn't my jam, but really do like the Dr. Pepper strawberries and cream. Sinner says, that's one of those sodas that's good by itself, but not with a meal. I can see that. Not every soda is good for a meal. Regular Dr. Pepper is good for a meal. Coca-Cola is good for a meal. Pepsi-Cola, good for a meal. Mountain Dew, good for certain meals. Andy says, Robbie's the man. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Cheers. All right, we're about to get into the 2023 March Madness lineup reveal. So every March, we've done this for a few years now. Every March, me and Dylan over at Dylan's Horror Show, we combine our efforts, just like we do for Horror Fest for 2 months of the year. We do it for another month of the year for March Madness. What am I drinking over here? It's AOK IPA. It's from Avondale Brewing, which I believe is in Birmingham, Alabama, I believe. Could be wrong on that. Could be wrong. All right, y'all, here we go. So let me make sure I get the dates right. All right, March Madness starts on March 4th. All right, so March Madness starts March 4th on Dylan's Horror Show with... I can't find the button now. Okay, let me start this over. March Madness starts March 4th on Dylan's Horror Show with Clown. Now, this is a movie that I have never seen, but Dylan's very excited for me to see it. So I'm excited to check it out. So March Madness, March 4th, we kick off with Clown. March 6th, the following Monday on PCP Movie Night, Dario Argento's Tenebrae. I am very excited to talk about this one. Absolutely excited for Tenebrae. Then the following Saturday, my bad, we do Lucio Fulci's The Black Cat over at Dylan's Horror Show. Very excited for some Fulci action. We actually have 2 Fulci films for March Madness this year. And with that Argento film, which is Tenebrae, that's 3 Italian films for March Madness this year. Next up will be PCP Movie Night Dressed to Kill, the Brian De Palma movie that I think is a very important film, though it's problematic by certain standards of today, but I think it's an important film to dissect and discuss. So we're doing Dressed to Kill. After that, on Dylan's Horror Show, we're doing Triangle, which is a movie that was sent to me and Dylan, I believe, by Two Gun Pedro. I have not watched it yet, and I'm excited to check it out for March Madness. And after that, for PCP Movie Night, we're doing Don't Torture a Duckling, a Lucio Fulci giallo. Very excited to tackle this one. After that one, American Psycho at Dylan's Horror Show. Holy cow, what a great lineup. How can we conclude such a great lineup? How about a Japanese film? How about Ichi the Killer? How about that from Takashi Miike? How about that? We already covered Audition for Horror Fest, and I talked about Ichi the Killer, and I was ready to jump into it. We got some great lineups for these shows, y'all. Absolute great lineups. So let's go again. March Madness 2023 starts at Dylan's Horror Show on March 4th with Clown. The following Monday on PCP Movie Night, Tenebrae by Dario Argento. Then on Dylan's Horror Show, Lucio Fulci's The Black Cat. Then on PCP Movie Night, The Dressed to Kill. Then on DHS, Triangle. On PCP Movie Night, Don't Torture a Duckling. Then American Psycho. And Ichi the Killer. One more time. March Madness, Clown. Tenebrae. The Black Cat. Dressed to Kill. Triangle. Don't Torture a Duckling. American Psycho. And Ichi the Killer. And that is your lineup for 2023 March Madness, y'all. So what do you think? What do you think about the lineup? I want to know. Two Gun says, here we go, March Madness. Brad says, can I request something for DHS? Yes, just throw your requests out. We'll see. Bobby says, I'm down with the clowns. Sinner says, it's not good when you can just see a girl's leg, but not the rest of her body and face. Say what you will. Two Gun Pedro says, you'll have to ask Dylan, or better yet, send him the Blu-ray and he'll review it. That is, Two Guns learned that. If you send me and Dylan the Blu-ray, we're going to do it on DHS. That's why I think Triangle's on here. But Brad, you can get in touch with Dylan through me. Joram says, Argento, Fulci, and De Palma, March Madness is going to stun. Yes, because not only do we have 3 Italian films, we have a heavily Italian film-inspired Brian De Palma film. And we have Ichi the Killer by Miike. Holy cow, y'all. I think March Madness, I think this might be the best March Madness yet. Clown, I don't know. I haven't seen Clown. But Tenebrae is fucking awesome. Spoilers, 5 you digs. The Black Cat is fucking awesome. Dressed to Kill is fucking awesome. I haven't seen Triangle. Don't know. Don't Torture a Duckling is fucking awesome. American Psycho is fucking awesome. And Ichi the Killer is fucking awesome. So I'm really, really excited. Brother Joe said, Clown. Did somebody call my name? Interfacer says, Tenebrae could be one of those smoke first films. Absolutely. Any of these films. All of these films are. If you participate, if you're, it's legal for you and legal and you're cool and able, like, go for it, man. You can do it. You can do it. All right, now it's time for show and tell. Got a few things that I got as Christmas gifts that I want to show off. That because I haven't done Rockin Robbie Live, and I didn't buy too much this week, like nerdy shit to show off. So I got some things, but for the most part, I want to show this off. I haven't opened this yet, but this was from John Hammertime Holshoe, my Christmas gift from Hammertime. It is a Pac-Man LA Lakers version of a Pac-Man model. So like John's really into like building Gundam models and stuff. And so he bought me a model that I could build. Look at that. It seems very simple. I haven't put it together yet, but I want to. So thank you for that. I never collected Toon Terrors, but I got some Toonie Terrors coming in. This was a gift from Perry for Christmas. Still got to send him something in return. But these are the 3 Halloween costumes from Halloween 3, Toonie Terrors. But what I love about it was my good friend Sam Fett came to see me a couple weeks ago and brought me the Mike Myers. That's right, Michael Myers. And I got these, so not a bad start to the Toonie Terrors collection. I picked this up, went to Hot Topic, bought this really awesome Scream shirt. My homie was running the register. Said, hey, man, spend $5 more, I'll give you some, I'm going to hook you up. So I got basically this for free, but it's a nice like notebook. It's Scream. It's just a Scream notebook. It's just a notebook, but it's Scream themed, and every little subject divider has a cool like image. I really like Scream. Thought that was cool. Thought that was awesome. All right, I picked these up this week in the dollar bin. I got the DC Comics Total Recall adaptation. What? Why not? Why not, right? I love stupid shit like this, which is also why I picked up a giant-sized, fabulous, fantasy-filled first issue, newsstand edition of Visionaries #1 from Marvel Comics. Star brand, actually. So those are my two big comic book pickups this week. Visionaries and Total Recall. And I got a couple books from Brian, the Brianiac, for Christmas. So I got this. It's Andrew Vox, Hard Looks, Adapted Stories. So I guess these are graphic novel adaptations of works from Andrew Vox. I'm not super familiar, but Brian thought that I would be a big fan. And there's some great artists in this book, including Klaus Janson, Gary Gianni, David Lloyd, James O'Barr, shit, Bruce Jones, Jack Pollock. Yeah, I'm down. He knows me. He knows what I like. He knows I like texture. He knows I love Klaus Janson. He knows I love James O'Barr. Thank you, Brian. And then this was a Kickstarter that he got for me. Plowman. Agent 5 only has 4 days left to signal his homeland of High Brazil for rescue. If he can't, he'll be trapped in Ireland forever. Interesting. Aaron Losty, J.P. Jordan, Becca Carey. This one came with a cool print that he got for me as well, right there. The art in this looks awesome. Brian knows me. Me and Brian have a lot of similar taste when it comes to comics and art. That's why me and Brian get along so well. So I'm really excited to check this out. Looks cool. Thank you, Brian. Brian also for Christmas. I don't wear watches, but I did get this Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles watch. It's probably from the 90s if I had to guess. I think that's pretty dope. It glows in the dark, y'all. It glows in the fucking dark. So Brian, thank you so much. Brian, Sam, Perry, John, thank you so much for the Christmas gifts. I got so many wonderful gifts. But don't worry. Robbie Day's coming up, y'all. May 10th, everybody. Get ready. Is that everything for show and tell? Yeah, that's everything for show and tell. But stay tuned because we will be opening this up. And if we get $15 more before we cut, which is soon, we'll open up the Eternian Palace card. Oh, there's one more thing. I showed this off on Dylan's Horror Show yesterday. And I want to show it off again. It's a Jason mask. It can hang on the wall, or it's got this base where it can just stand. It's a really cool Jason mask, and it lights the fuck up. How cool is that, y'all? It's a light up Jason mask that can go on the wall or on the stand. So I can just be like, what's up, y'all? How you doing? How you doing? What's up, y'all? Anyway, I think that's pretty freaking cool, and I really like it. Yeah, my oven is still on, but I haven't put the toast in there yet. Hey, Albert, what is up? Some bangers for March Madness this year. Thank you. The Black Coat's Daughters, an A24 film. I'll see what I do about getting you and Dylan a copy. Oh, if you send us a copy, we'll do it. It's an expensive thing, though, just to get us to review a movie. But we always appreciate it. That Visionaries book is awesome, is it? I loved those toys when I was a kid. Loved them. Andrew Vox is some heavy reading material, says Dominic. Brian is into some heavy shit. Me and Brian get along a lot. What's up, Bueller Station? Everybody, Bueller's in the house. How you doing, my man? Good to see you in the chat, my man. I'm just going to let you know, I don't know how you feel about Dr. Pepper, but I gave a mighty high review to this Dr. Pepper Strawberries and Cream. I gave it 4 out of 5, you digs, Bueller. I know you like Dr. Pepper. Do you? You like RC Cola. You like Dr. Pepper, right? Do you like Dr. Pepper? Who doesn't like Dr. Pepper? If you don't like Dr. Pepper, that's almost un-American. Anyway. Good to see you, Bueller. Bueller, when are you going to come back on the channel? Y'all need to let Bueller know that you want to see me and him on a stream together again. For real. Nothing will top Dr. Pepper Cherry for me. Mike, you're right. Dr. Pepper Cherry's the shit. There ain't no ifs, ands, or buts. Dr. Pepper with a kiss of cherry flavor is absolutely amazing. I like Dr. Pepper, but I don't drink pop anymore. That's right. You're looking good, my man, by the way. They have a 0 sugar version of it. I haven't tried that yet, though. But did you give it all up, even the calorie-free stuff? Mike says, I've been telling Robbie to watch Blackcoat's Daughter for at least 3 years now. Mike, here's the thing. You send me and Dylan the movie, we'll cover it. That's the trick. Now, Bueller, you're looking good, man. I'm excited for you. It seems like you're going to have a really happy and fulfilling 2023. Love you, brother. Love you. Bueller just says yes. Asked like 8 questions. He just goes yes. Yes to all of them. You don't do any of it. That's nice. Hell yeah, brother. Well, it's good to see you, man. I want to see Bueller on a PCP movie night again. I'd love to have Bueller on a PCP movie night again. Do we need to redo Roadhouse? What's up, 62 Lefty Blue Station? How are you doing? Good to see so many people. All right. It's appropriate since Bueller's here, because one of the things that we have inherited from Comics with Bueller. I'm down to be on the show anytime, my friend. We're going to get that set up. All right. In honor of Bueller tonight, here is your Final 5. All right, we're going through this 1995 Fleer Ultra Spider-Man set. We're still in this Venom section of it. Venom versus Morbius. Jared Leto versus Tom Hardy, y'all. Artwork by Tom Kiffin. That's a pretty good card. How about Venom versus Silver Sable by Luis Royo? It's not a bad card. It's decent. This one's awesome. Venom versus Vengeance by Tom Kiffin. That's dope as shit, y'all. They all have this like sheen to them too. These are some nice cards. All right, that's the end of the Venom cards. Now we go into Spider-Man team up. So these are characters that Spider-Man is teamed up with. So why not? From Judah Tversky, we have Beast. I really like that card. And then we got Black Cat by Mark Teixeira. And that's fucking awesome. We got 2 Mark Teixeira cards tonight, y'all. From the first 5 and from the final 5. So Mark Teixeira action. You know, my buddy Kevin knows Mark. He's one of my favorites. I love his artwork. Ghost Rider, Black Panther. So to recap the final 5, Venom versus Morbius, Venom versus Silver Sable, Venom versus Vengeance, team-ups, Beast, and Sexy Black Cat by Mark Tex. Hell yeah. And that has been your Final 5. All right, y'all. That means we're dipping out. But before we dip out, once again, PCP Mystery Box is now available. Only 10 available this week, $30. That includes shipping, includes comics, and lots of other fun surprises. If you're interested, email us at popculturephilosophers@gmail.com. Join us tomorrow night for PCP Movie Night, 8 p.m. Central Time, inside Llewyn Davis. A much underappreciated Coen Brothers film, in my estimation. But before that, and after my show at the EXP, join Scarpad Sci-Fi Sojourns as they talk about Mars Attacks, and join me on Dylan's Horror Show Saturday night at 6:30 p.m. Central Time, where we talk about blood-sucking freaks. Jay, I see you out there, man. I'm doing good. How are you doing? Good to see you. Chaco's in the house, too. What is up, everybody? All right. I got to go and get... Is my volume fluctuating? All right. I got to go get the Marmite toast shit ready. But let's just pretend that we're ending the show. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. Thanks for rocking with us. I've been Rockin Robbie Billups, and deuces. We're dipping out.
Hey there, Dynamite fans. Come join us here at the Experience this Monday, February 6th at 6 p.m. Eastern. It's our usual time. We're going to have all your favorites, whether it's CCAs or Marvel books, Dynamite. Doesn't matter. It's going to be a good time regardless. So come join us. Remember, it's Monday, February 6th, 6 p.m. Eastern. Only right here on the Experience, YouTube. Don't forget. Okay? See you then.
Welcome to Pop Culture Philosophers. I'm Rockin Robbie Live!
Hey everybody, welcome back to Rockin Robbie Live, the post-credits. What is up everybody? So I got the toast going for the Marmite, but until that happens, we got an action figure to open up. We hit $10 in super chats. Thank you so much for the support. I saw that we got some PCP Mystery Box requests come through. We still got some available. PCP Mystery Box is $30, including shipping. If you're interested, popculturephilosophers@gmail.com. Just send us an email. All right, we're going to open this up. This is April O'Neil as the Bride of Frankenstein. I don't have my knife in here. So let's see if we can just do it with the pen tonight. Boom. I'm not going to be able to cut her out, but there she is right there. Two different heads. They look very similar. One, she's got like a slight smile. She's got a spider, a rat, an eye. What the hell is that? A bag. Extra hands. Microphone, staff. Dagger. Lightning bolt dagger. Get her out of there. Popped her hand off. That's okay. Yeah, just rip the shit out of there. There you go. Luckily, nothing broke. The arm popped off, but it's still in there. All right. Not a bad figure, actually. I like that they're revisiting this with NECA for the Turtles, Universal Monsters crossover or whatever. Pretty dope figure, actually. Here's Raphael as the Frankenstein monster. She's fucking taller than him. That's fucking wild. Guess she should be. She's not taller than him, but her hair is. All right. So that's the figure. We're going to go try this Marmite shit. So I'll be right back, y'all. So we're going to pretend that it's the end of the show. What's up, PCP Army? Y'all ready to try some Marmite? Duffy, thank you so much for the super chat, but I will not sing a song about the Eagles winning the Super Bowl. How about this?
Never break,
Always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win in life, have no shame. There's no time, feel the pain, live the grind. I can change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb. The only way to win in life. I never miss, that's fact. Take a big swing, fish, hand me the bat. Put me in the ring, you'll go out in the bag. Cause I sing what I mean and I bring it to the mat, right? Ain't got time to kill, I got time to fill. I took a red pill, I know life's short, but I wanna live real. How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel, PCP Army? I got my buttered toast ready, Marmite at hand. We're taking it to PCP land. Let's do it. They wanna say my name, but they holding back. They wanna say they hate, but they know it's cap. They ain't play no games, I just do, that's fact. I ain't feel no shame, it's the mood you like, I go crazy. Nah, bitch, I ain't lazy. Track after track, I work on this shit daily. Pass me the jack, right, the fuel's got me hazy. Got the all pack, all these dreams I've been chasing. I got visions in my head, like memories after death. To be a legend instead of something you can forget. I'm living up every breath, I'd rather lead than be led. I fill the seats as I spread with every word that I said. How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? Buttered toast. Marmite. Let me tell you about this little man I know. His name is Hellboy. He was sent to this earth some long time ago to save it or destroy. Brought to this earth by Rasputin, son of a demon and a nana who had the sex with the demon, but was raised by Professor Broom. Now he fights evil and monsters. Shit. Now he fights with the man who's a fish named Abe. Now he fights with the fire starter named Liz, and an ectoplasmic mess named Johan. BBRD. Thanks so much for the super chat, Duffy. And I will say this. I hope that your team does well in the Super Bowl. It's the best you're getting out of me. All right, I got buttered toast. We got this Marmite. Let's fucking do it. All right. That smells fucking terrible. Oh my God. It smells like gravy or some shit. I wasn't expecting that. Hold on. All right. Buttered toast. That shit's thick. Oh, and it's... Okay. A thin layer. A thin layer. Any advice, y'all? Was that not enough? Look, what is this? What is this? Am I going to find out that I do not like British and Australian shit at all? It's not even covering everything. How much of this shit do I have to use? Moment of truth. Thin. Thin. Thin it out, Robbie. Thin it out. Thin it out. Thin it out. All right, I think that's enough. All right, this is what I got. All right. Here we go. I'm excited to try this. Salty. Y'all, that's not bad, man. That's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. It is salty as fuck. Now that I'm getting to it, it's salty as fuck. Oh, that's really salty. The butter, though? Thank you, Interfacer. The butter. Wow. It's getting a little strong now. It's getting a little strong. It's getting a little strong now. All right. Let's see how the Dr. Pepper strawberries and cream goes along with it. What's up, Dylan? Did you see your thumbnails yet, Dylan? All right, that's a weird match. But it's so salty, it highlights the sweetness here. I really liked it. I'm going to regret this, though. Just a little bit. I should not have done that. Oh, it's so salty. Oh. I'm glad I tried it with the buttered toast first. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Helena, Interfacer, everybody who told me not to just eat it with a spoon. Thank you. That would have been a terrible idea. Wow. Hold on. It's good with the butter and the toast. Holy shit. Put the oomph in your breakfast. Wake up your taste buds. Yeah, no shit. If you're out of coffee in the morning, just have a spoonful of this shit. That'll wake you up. Hey, what's up, Nick Comic Nerd? Station. Man, that's good. Is that what shit on a shingle comes from? From that? All right, since we got Dylan in the house, I don't know if he's seen his March Madness thumbnails yet, but once again, March Madness lineup starts at DHS on March 4th with Clown. Continues at PCP Movie Night with Tenebrae. We alternate from that point forward. You know how this goes. The Black Cat by Lucio Fulci. Dressed to Kill. Triangle. Don't Torture a Duckling. American Psycho. And Itchy the Killer. To recap, March Madness is Clown, Tenebrae, Black Cat, Dressed to Kill, Triangle, Don't Torture a Duckling, American Psycho, and Itchy the Killer. Half of them are foreign films. I feel good about that. I do. All right. Add an egg to it next time. Maybe I need to watch that video you posted in the PCP Army. Maybe you need to send that video to me There you go. Bet that Dr. I really liked it with the butter and the toast. I could see cheese kind of toning it down a little bit too. On its own, though, that's atrocious shit. All right, I hope everybody has a great week. Much love, much joy. Thanks for rocking with us tonight. Station, be excellent to each other and party on, dudes. Pop, pop. Boom. We're dipping out. Love y'all.